Hello, hello, hello. We're here with the London Art Exchange and we have the lovely Deborah Jones joining us today.
Hi.
Hi, so nice to finally meet you.
And you, thank you.
Yeah, so just tell me a little bit more about yourself. So I kind of want to know from the beginning really, kind of where you grew up, what kind of inspired you to kind of enter the art world.
Yeah, well, I've always loved to paint. It's just something that I've always been so passionate about.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to St St Martin's.
Yeah.
And I studied printed textiles there, which led me into a career working for Osborne and Little. I was design assistant there.
Okay.
But really my passion was to paint, and after 3 children I decided to pick up my skills again.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, commission after commission. It began to spiral. Then I was spotted by a curator in LA from Saatchi Art.
Wow, incredible.
And she said, you should put your work on Saatchi Art.
Yeah.
And then I was put forward to the other art fair, and then spotted for a gallery in London, and it's just kind of a chain of events that led me to here.
Yeah, I think sometimes like being in the right place at the right time and having that right conversation is
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Central St Martin's, it's one of the top universities in London though, isn't it? What was your experience like kind of studying there?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I was the only one from my college that was chosen to go, and it was just such a great experience. I was there at the same time as Stella McCartney, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So she was in some of my lessons.
Yeah.
We just kind of like experimented with lots of different techniques.
Yeah.
But kind of in my heart, I kind of wished that I'd done fine art. It was kind of like something that I thought I should have gone down that path, but I kind of decided to go where my business ahead would take me.
Yeah.
But now I'm really pleased that I studied printed textiles, because I feel that I really put that into my artwork.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, that would love to kind of be able to have the opportunity to kind of study there. I mean, what would be one piece of advice you would give to someone that was applying for the university?
Be original, I would say, and that's the advice that I've been given now as well. Kind of like stick to your own style.
Yeah.
So that people can recognise you for it. And I think like applying for universities, exactly the same. Continue with your own style, and that, you know, try to stand out, be unique.
Yeah. Do you think that kind of studying art, it kind of, you know, helped propel you into a career, or do you think that you can kind of go down that route without having to study as well?
I think it definitely helps being recognised for going to one of the like top art schools. I have a lot of friends that are self-made artists and haven't studied art, and they've just kind of like, it's just their passion, and they're doing equally as well. It was just always the pathway that I wanted to go, so I just wanted to kind of develop my skills and meet a network of people that were kind of like-minded and kind of like try to achieve my goals. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, your collections are absolutely beautiful. I mean, I want to know more, so, you know, talk to us about what you've got going on.
I kind of mainstream my work into 2 main collections, and I have a small third one which I'm kind of building upon. But my 2 main collections, one is the Brazil collection and the other one is the exteriority collection. I travelled the coast of Brazil quite a few years ago, and it was just such an amazing experience. We literally like started in Rio, and we followed the sun and spent 3 months island hopping and flying around, and just all of the memories and the postcards, the photography, everything that I've got is where I draw my inspiration for that collection.
Yeah.
And I live near Epping Forest. It's literally at the top of my road.
Yeah.
And there's lots of like beautiful lakes, and there's a particular lake that we go to where there's a carp pond that we feed the fish. My son fishes. And that's my inspiration for my other collection. It's kind of like my everyday life, the tranquility that I find there, the lily pads, the fish, the beautiful surroundings that I live in. So they're my two kind of like main themes that I use.
Yeah, that's so incredible. I mean, I've seen so many people at the Brazil festival recently. It just looks so amazing with all the markets and everything so vibrant and colourful and interesting. Yeah, definitely a go-to spot. So you mentioned, obviously, you are a mum.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think kind of motherhood's like impacted your art? Do you think it has?
It's really lucky that I've got a really supportive family.
Yeah.
It fits in so well around my family as well.
Yeah.
Although now kind of like so many times I'm working till late at night, weekends, into London, everything else. But my children are now teenagers.
Okay, yeah.
And eldest nearly 20.
Yeah.
And so I can kind of like do my thing, and they really encourage me to do so. They like to come to my events, and they really enjoy kind of like watching creations being made at home. And I have my own studio at home as well.
Okay, perfect.
But sometimes my work is kind of like spread out over the whole house, particularly the dining area.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a really supportive family, and I feel really lucky that both things complement each other as well.
Yeah. I was going to ask as well, sort of like, where's your kind of go-to place to kind of make an art piece, and what happens? I mean, how does it work for an artist? Do you kind of just wake up in the morning and you just think, I want to make some art today, or do you schedule in time to do it? Like, how does it work for you?
Currently, I'm kind of like working towards a lot of fairs and exhibitions, and so I kind of like have deadlines to meet. My next one is the Affordable Art Fair in 5 weeks.
Okay.
And I try to kind of like paint for all my galleries as well at the kind of like same time. Just kind of having a schedule, knowing how many pieces that I would like to create.
Yeah.
And I never kind of draw anything or write things down. I just have it in my mind, and then just kind of go for it.
You just kind of keep it all in your brain and then just let it...
And just do it.
Yeah. But what happens, like, if you're ever making an art piece and then you make a mistake? Do you start from scratch, or do you just kind of let it go, like, evolve?
Yeah, I kind of... it's really hard, because the way that I work, sometimes I often work with kind of creating the background first, and then the main content will kind of like go on top. So I can't really allow myself to make really mistakes, because it's kind of... I have to work really, really clean. So I'll often kind of like let the background dry, then cover over all the areas, and then work on like the detail parts on top. Okay. But colour is really important to me. It's something that I think of first. It will be, I'm going to look at these colours, and then the content will come after that. So my work was featured in Tatler Interiors, and colour is like really important to my collections. And can make or break like a painting. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so beautiful. All the works, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, what's kind of next for you though, in terms of, you know, where you want to go next with it? Like, what's kind of your plans? I feel that like the London Art Exchange are going to be a great collaboration for me. I think like with the marketing team, and you know, the enthusiasm, and you know, it's kind of like we're both striving for the same goal. I want to kind of get my artwork out there. I want to create sales, and I want to kind of achieve my personal goals of creating, every time that I paint, you know, I want this next piece to be better and better, and hopefully kind of get recognised for what I do. Yeah, definitely. How did you come about kind of finding the London Art Exchange? Did you reach out, or how did that go? It's kind of like I'd spotted you on social media, and apparently it was vice versa as well. And mutual. And so I've been kind of like watching what you do for quite a while. And I think it just worked out to be like perfect timing. That you was looking for new artists, and that I was looking to expand. And here we are. So brilliant.
Do you know what I think? I find it so interesting that you say it's social media, because I think just nowadays everything is kind of social media based, isn't it? And I mean, how do you use like social media to promote your art? Do you use platforms to?
For me, I feel like it's vital. I think it's like how I've got myself out there.
Yeah.
When I work with Saatchi Art, they're so keen on you making all your art videos, showing people like how your paintings are created, which then kind of like hopefully spirals that other people start following you, and that you become sort of more known. But also for me, I would like to spend more time painting and less time on my social media.
Okay.
Which I'm hoping that this balance like will work out really well.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting as well. I'm just wondering, has there ever been like a time where you've just felt really kind of like uninspired, and like how did you manage to kind of like pick yourself up? Because I feel like we all have moments in our career where we think, oh, you know what, I don't, you know, is this for me? Or, you know, you doubt yourself, or you question yourself, or you think, oh, should I be doing something different? Has there ever been a time where you've had that and you've just kind of...
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like, you know, kind of when you do art fairs and art shows and you put your heart and soul into something, and then the timing of selling those pieces hasn't been quite right, and you can come away feeling like really deflated. But then I feel like that they are destined for something else, and I feel also with having it's good to have a wide selection of paintings, because you've always got backup to apply for different things, like different competitions or different events, and it's good to have kind of like a storage of artwork as well, so you don't really want everything to kind of all go in one go anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have kind of like a backlog of things. But you know what I think is so interesting as well is I think as much as people kind of, you know, admire the art, they kind of want to know more about the artist, don't they? And I think that's why we wanted to have this conversation today. But I mean, if there was one thing that you kind of, you want people to know about you, like an interesting fact or anything like that, what would it be?
Oh, gosh.
Putting you on the spot now.
Okay. I'm a very sociable person. I kind of find it quite hard when I am painting on my own all the time. Then it kind of like comes to the weekend and I want to let my hair down with my friends. And I'm just kind of like really passionate about what I do. My friends are all really supportive. I just feel that like I'm so lucky with my connection with Epping Forest as well. That is kind of like my sanctuary, and I'm in there every day, and I just feel so blessed that kind of I can just go walking with my dog and like have that peace time, and then kind of like come back to the day and carry on with all my work. So I really find like a connection with the nature, and I think that's why my work is like really nature inspired, because I just find it kind of like really beautiful, and I just like to manipulate it in a different way, and kind of I would kind of call my work surrealist, really,
definitely.
where I kind of like change the aspect of an actual bird or a fish and make it kind of something different.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's so nice you say that as well, because I think sometimes life can just be so fast-paced and overstimulating, and there's so much going on at the same time, isn't it? It's so nice that you can kind of have that pause, have that break, and just, you know, have some downtime and just kind of enjoy what's going on around.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah, and I do feel like I have really had like burnout quite a few times after pulling the collection together, and with like having the children and everything else. And I do think that it is really equally as important to have time for yourself as well. And so I love my yoga as well.
Oh really?
Bikram yoga.
Okay.
So the forest and my yoga and my friends and family are all very important to me.
Do you know what? I tried hot pod yoga a couple of days ago. Interesting. Probably wouldn't recommend, to be honest. I don't know. It was just like a sauna, and it was.
That's what I do.
Do you?
Yeah, 40-degree heat.
It's intense.
I love it.
But also, I do feel like it kind of cleanses everything out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think you have to like the hot weather.
Yeah.
I do love it, and I feel that it's really important as well because then you feel balanced and you know, then you're ready to put everything that you can into your work.
Yeah, exactly. So, you need to have that clear mind and feel inspired in order to be able to.
Yeah, definitely.
But what's your what's your go-to snack when you're kind of creating? Do you have like a go-to, something that you pick up, or do you watch like a program or listen to music whilst you're creating?
I will listen to music. I listen to music in the forest because I'm picking out what music I want for my Instagram reels mostly.
Oh, okay.
And then I write like notes. So I like a lot of classical music with my artwork because I think it works really well, especially with the fish.
Yeah.
I just think that the lilies and the fish and the classical music, it works really well. As for snacks, I try to be really healthy the whole time.
Emphasis on try.
Yeah, try. But yeah, if I'm feeling naughty, it's like, definitely crisps and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do try to be healthy,
yeah.
like with snacks of like sushi and bananas and things like that.
All those types of things.
Yeah.
You know, it's really interesting you mentioned the classical music. We were doing some like street interviews earlier in Soho Square, and we were kind of displaying Deborah's work, and I asked quite a few people, you know, if this piece was a song, what would it be? And I think somebody actually played a snippet of some classical music.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I think we might clip that one in, so stay tuned for anyone that's
lovely.
watching. And another one was Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
Oh, okay. I think I have used that in one of my art videos as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Brazilian music.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's kind of like good because I kind of, depending on the artwork, whether I want it to be like really buzzy and vibrant, you know, kind of like loud, fast music, or just kind of like really nice and gentle and soft. But it really kind of like does flow with each different artwork.
Yeah.
So
no, it's incredible. So well, thank you so much for kind of having the conversation today. And I mean, for anyone that's kind of watching right now as well, where can we find you? Where can we find your work? Do you have a website?
Yeah, my website is Art by Deborah Jones. I'm with the Hyde Gallery in Chiswick. I'm with Knightsbridge Fine Art in Epping, and obviously London Art Exchange.
Yeah.
My work is with Saatchi Art, Art Finder, Degree Art, and so
multi-genre.
All those places.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I'm so excited that we're kind of representing you, and your collections are all on display here. And hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and make sure you like, subscribe, and join us for the next video.